Time now for your national weather headlines. The storm hits the Avalon hard today. Lots of snowfall. Freezing levels drop in BC. We'll tell you how far they're going, and get ready. A multi-day snow event happening for Ontario. But first, we're going to kick things off in the Avalon in Newfoundland. It's windy, it's snowing, it is going to look and feel like blizzard-like conditions today, especially through this region here. St. John's, you certainly are the target. You know, St. John's has seen about 40 centimeters of snow this whole winter. You could get 40 centimeters of snow with just this storm. So high impact on travel. Great day to stay at home today. The big bullseye. Really, it's right for you, right in the capital. Now, as we look at the potential for this snow clearing, we're certainly going to see that as we come into Sunday. Clearing for the Maritimes today. For Newfoundland, you clear out into tomorrow. We're also talking about more snow for Quebec. Today, a cool, calm winter day. Tomorrow, a system comes through, fairly light, but it will bring up those snowfall totals up and down the St. Lawrence, a place that hasn't seen too much snow yet this season. And speaking of snow, more of it for Ontario. We'll chat about that next. But right now, let's talk about snow in Ontario, a multi-day snow event. And the first of it is coming into tomorrow. Today, we are seeing just a little bit of that lake enhancement off of Georgian Bay, off of Huron, even a little bit off Erie as well. But as we get into tomorrow, that's the widespread, more organized system snow. And that gives places like Hamilton, Toronto, Kitchener the potential to pick up more snowfall over towards Cobourg, up to Bancroft through the Kawarthas. This system is generally dropping about 5 to 10 centimeters. Some areas, of course, will get off with a lot less snowfall. And then we do see a break as we come into Monday, and then another system coming late Monday and in through Tuesday. You can see it moving through here. Heavier amounts likely up towards cottage country, but that is one thing that we are struggling with when it comes to this forecast, is depicting exactly how much snow will fall with these events. We do have high confidence that the cold should be there and we should see these systems. However, how much snow? Still a little up in the air. So of course you're going to have to check back in with us here at the Weather Network, okay? Deal? As we take a look at this afternoon, 0 in London, we're 1 in Toronto. You can see some of those flurries flying. Sault Ste. Marie over towards Parry Sound. And then tomorrow, that's when that organized stuff comes in. All of the icons here. Snowy through the overnight. We're still fairly calm, and then we get you into Sunday, and that's where we are looking at some snow. So remember, travel could be a little trickier as we go into tomorrow. If you are one of those people who you don't like traveling in the snow, get your errands done early into Sunday morning. And then you can see for Ottawa as well, that next system coming here into Tuesday. Now, as we focus in on some bigger snow, that's definitely for you in Newfoundland. Today is the big day. Blizzard conditions, gusty conditions, upwards of about 40 centimeters of snow likely to fall across the Avalon. So we're going to chat about that more throughout the hour, because right now it's time for Share Your Weather. We are about to show you one of the most beautiful places in Canada. Get ready for it. Of course, everyone has a phone, everyone's on social media, and the creativity that we see when it comes to the winter, it really is quite amazing. And of course, one day I'm scrolling Instagram and I come across this account called Voices of Jake. And his videos are pretty impressive. So I reached out to him after he went viral in Minnesota after creating a frozen ramen report. You have to watch this. Have a look.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm freezing cold.
Now, in my interview with Jake, I had to ask him, how does he do it? How does he get all of that ice to build up on his beard so perfectly? Ashes go viral before, but there's something about Jake's personality and what seems like a million voices that keeps the views climbing. I love that kind of stuff. You know, winter can be a blessing or a curse. It can be the sourest lemon you're served, but you make lemonade, and that's exactly what Jake did. I had so much fun chatting with him, and of course, if you're creative just like Jake, we want to see it too. You can find me on Instagram at Rachel Schoutsen. Use the hashtag #ShareYourWeather because we would love to feature you too. All right, as we look at the cold, if you're inspired to get out that mist bottle and create an icy scene on your face, well, look at this. We do have some of the coldest air we've seen yet this season. In the long-range forecast, it is descending. It is coming down across Canada. So I'll show you a snapshot into the future here, okay? This is the forecast for Thursday, and you can see places like Winnipeg get down to -13. Remember, that's a daytime high, so cooler through the overnight. -10 in Thunder Bay, -2 in Toronto, maybe not cold enough for the ice beard, -7 for Ottawa. So you can see that cooler influence, it certainly is coming into the forecast. Churchill, -27, you certainly could do it there. Now, if you are looking to capture some snowy video, well, across Ontario, we're certainly looking at a system, another one coming through the prairies, another one into BC and Atlantic Canada. And we'll chat about those details coming up next. Well, it's been so up and down. You do want to be careful on any ice you see along the lakeshore. And I want to talk more about temperature right here. Thanks so much for making the Weather Network a part of your weekend. I'm Rachel Schoutsen, and it's all about the jet stream right now, okay? We are seeing a change in the jet stream. And when we look at the jet stream and we see changes, well, we can expect to see our temperatures either take a tumble or rise up. And we've seen this mild stretch. It has been persistent through January. So tumbling temperatures, that's what we're going to get into, okay? So first, we're seeing this ridge in the jet stream. A ridge means a rise in the jet stream. It's pulling up towards Alaska. And we also see another ridge in the jet stream over Greenland. So another rise in the jet stream here. So if we have two rising parts of the jet stream on either side of our country, well, that means the jet stream is falling. And it's falling right over Canada. And that allows this cold air that's pooled way up to the north, it allows it to take a trip down to the south, down into our backyard. So we are not talking extreme cold. We're not talking -30 temperatures, but colder than what we have been experiencing. That is what is coming up in our forecast. As we look at the long-range forecast, for example, a place like Winnipeg, daytime highs into the mid-teens by the time we see about Thursday. A little bit more modified, but a cooler, more wintry stretch is coming. And of course, I'm sure you're noticing in these icons here, there's a lot of snow. Snow is certainly in our forecast, and I want to show you this, just being open and honest with you. So, of course, keep it tuned here to the Weather Network as we unwrap this story. And before we get to your local forecast, well, I want you to check out this. Well, I'm glad you've made some time for the Weather Network this weekend. I'm Rachel Schoutsen alongside Melinda Singh. And right now, I want to take the next few minutes to talk about amazing Canadian photography. And Melinda, if you could think of the best weather photo you've ever taken, where was it and what was it of?
So I'm thinking of when I was on the QEW. I wasn't driving, of course, and you can see overhead the beautiful thunderstorm cloud formation. It was quite a scene to be seen.
Amazing. Big and tall thunderstorm?
Yes, they were, and quite large.
And I bet you got a lot of likes on Twitter for that one, didn't you? I think for me, it was probably something on vacation. I remember we were in Barbados, and you know, when you're on vacation, the sun is setting, the clouds just look so dramatic.
Yes.
It's so intense with all those beautiful pinks in the sky. You know, so many amazing photos that we can capture right here in Canada, and that's why Canadian Geographic, they hold the contest every year. They look at all the pictures and they pick the very best, and we have a recap for you right now. Perfect lighting, perfect timing, just such amazing photography. Melinda, I think one of my favorites from that piece was that fox running right in front of that rainbow with that pink sky. It looked amazing.
It was beautiful.
Oh, so awesome. And you know, we get so many amazing submissions here to our newsroom. We just wanted to share a few with you right now. Look at this here. We take you to the perfect shot. People may be capturing some pretty cool shots in the snow. Our biggest snow story takes us to Newfoundland.
Exactly. We are experiencing blizzard-like conditions across portions of eastern Newfoundland.
It's just exactly how much snow will fall. So again, open and honest, I know people get very frustrated with the Weather Network when the snowfall totals are wrong. So as we look at tomorrow, generally we're thinking about 1 to 3 centimeters of snow across the GTA. Up to places like Parry Sound, you might have a bit of lake enhancement. So if you are doing a trip up to Cottage Country, about 3 to 5. This is still pretty okay for travel. Midweek, that's where we should see a bigger system come through. And of course, we'll keep you updated on the numbers. Keep the Weather Network app handy, keep checking in with us, and hopefully we get a tighter grip on that forecast. This afternoon, we are 1 in Toronto, -1 up in Orangeville, and then we do see those flurries creep into the forecast as we look ahead at Sunday. All right, it is time now for Share Your Weather. The big bullseye, really, it's right for you, right in the capital. Whether you want it or not, you know, in my opinion, we need this snow. I want to see snow in January. I'm okay with the cold. This should be our coldest month of the year. And we just haven't really gotten there. But things are changing. We're finally seeing a change in the jet stream. So today, might see a little bit of sun, might not. You know how the pattern has been. It's been mainly gray, but tomorrow, look at this here. I'm pausing this right throughout the afternoon. Sunday afternoon, it looks like we will see a swath of snow, and this should come right over the Golden Horseshoe. It should bring snow onto highways like the 401, the 403, the QEW. The issue is we're not exactly sure how much snow it will bring. The confidence is quite low, and I'm just being totally open and honest with you here, okay? We have high confidence that we will see a couple systems come through. Look at this. Another one that comes through late Monday evening into Tuesday. This should be another round of snow for southern Ontario. It's just exactly how much snow will fall. So again, open and honest. I know people get very frustrated with the Weather Network when the snowfall totals are wrong. So there is high confidence. As we look at tomorrow, generally we're thinking about 1 to 3 centimeters of snow across the GTA. Up to places like Parry Sound, you might have a bit of lake enhancement. So if you are doing a trip up to Cottage Country, about 3 to 5. This is still pretty okay for travel. Midweek, that's where we should see a bigger system come through. And of course, we'll keep you updated on the numbers. Keep the Weather Network app handy. Keep checking in with us. And hopefully we get a tighter grip on that forecast. This afternoon, we are 1 in Toronto, -1 up in Orangeville, and then we do see those flurries creep into the forecast as we look ahead at Sunday. All right, it is time now for Share Your Weather. I love this little cottage, and that light at the top looks like a cupcake, looks like a cute little birthday candle.